What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. On today's episode of First String Podcast, we will do um, the fastest 2 minutes in all of sports. We'll talk Kentucky Derby that is happening this weekend. So we're bringing our guest on, Smoking Joe McKay. He's going to give us the skinny on the ponies and what to do and where to place our money. The draft is over, so we're going to talk a little NFL draft. Um, we are going to talk about these fire NBA playoffs. This first round has been ridiculous. We're going to talk about that, a little NHL. So we're going to talk a little puck, and we're going to remember Monte Coleman today. So we have a packed show. I hope you guys are ready. Sit back, relax. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. Welcome back to First String Podcast. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit that bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. That's how we grow. That's how we continue this show. So, like I said, we got a packed show. We're gonna jump into it. Let's get Sid in here. Sid, how you doing, man? I guess Sid didn't want to stick around. What, what are you doing? Why you playing, man? Why you playing Casper the Friendly Ghost? You jump in, you jump out. What are you doing?
Man, I'm trying to mess with this button over here. Don't want to act right. I
Okay,
don't know why this thing. I just cleared it up the other day. It should be working fine.
okay. I said so. Listen, man. We got Smoking Joe coming on here in a minute. He's having a little bit of
Word.
technical difficulties, but we're gonna talk the fastest 2 minutes in all of sports. A little Kentucky Derby. Are you ready for the ponies?
For sure.
Man, so if y'all don't remember, man, the last time we had Smoker Joe McKay on, he gave us nothing but jewels. He told us where to put our money, and your boy picked, listened, and played it and won. So get your notepads and pencils ready today. So when we get Smoking Joe on, he will be ready to roll. Of course, until we see Joe backstage, like I said, I know he's having a little bit of technical difficulties right now. So we're not going to rush him. But what we are going to do is talk a little NFL. Said your Atlanta Falcons had a draft. They joined the chat in the second round. Tell me what you liked about the Atlanta Falcons draft.
Uh, it was a pretty good draft. It was strategic. They hit some spots that we needed. I think they're trying to go in free agency for the offensive line. They did draft one guy with the final pick, but it's still more free agency for the offensive line. And they did do some things to bolster the defense, which is awesome. And bringing in Aziz Ojulari, ex Georgia Bulldog, they got him up in there, who actually set a record with the Giants for sacks as a rookie. The little situation he got hurt with them, they released him. But then they had old boy over there at the time, Dabo. You know. But anyway, so he got released by them. So we put him on a 1-year contract. It's a prove it. Hopefully he can come out here and show his thing. We drafted AJ Terrell brother. First set of brother to be cornerbacks to start on the NFL team. We're gonna see if he can do something. See if he can do some things. I think that this draft, although a lot of the mock draft gave us a C, I think it hit a lot of stuff that we needed. Wide receiver, you heard me beating the wall. But wide receiver needs somebody with some speed. They brought in the slot gangster. Amazing speed, cut in and out. Yeah, he may not have a full tree. Who cares? If you can catch the ball and run away from people, that's all I care about. Run away from some people. Yak, which is what he did in college. He was a yak guy. Linebacker from Oklahoma. Is that Oklahoma? Make sure. I want to put him out there. Yeah, Kendall Daniels from Oklahoma. Speed guy. He's supposed to be able to profile, get back and forth, do what he do. But to me, the linchpin to this draft is a guy who's coming off an injury. If he can return to form, this defensive line is going to be a monster, and it's Harold Perkins.
I like that you
Yeah,
always like to talk about your defense when you talk about your team, your Georgia Bulldogs. When you talk about your Atlanta Falcons, you always start off talking about the defense. I appreciate that, but
Roger that.
the person that I really want to talk about is Terrell. I want to talk about Terrell
That's defense,
because
bro.
yeah, I know. I said the person I want to talk about, right? The person I want to talk about. So,
Uh huh.
listen. So this is not the first two brothers to play, but this is the first time that these two brothers will have ever played together because they're 6 years apart. So
Right,
they
right.
couldn't play together in high school. They couldn't play together in Pee Wee. This is their first time actually getting to suit up together. Have you heard anything about what it means for both of them to be playing on the same team for the first time?
I mean, they talked about it being a dream and them playing together, and that the younger brother is going to get a bunch of knowledge from the older brother on how to play the game, how it works at the next level, which is different from college level. So if he can get up to speed, he's already supposed to be, a man to man monster. So if that's true, then that brings a lot of stuff to us, a lot of things we can do with the defense. Atlanta protected the defensive coordinator, told them no, nobody can talk to him. Plenty of people want to talk to him, and we're gonna slap him with another fat contract the way he want to stay a few more years before he decide he want to go somewhere else. Despite what everybody else wanted to do with him. Now, if you can talk about offense, we can talk about offense. Um, we brought in we got the Robinson brothers now in running back. You got Bijan, and then you got the Robinson who came from Washington. He gonna come in. He's gonna do what Algiers did. He gonna relieve Bijan when Bijan needs a blow, which is fine with me. If he can return to running the ball like he was supposed to run the ball, it'll be all great and dandy. Caleb McGarry, was it McGarry? McGarry. Anyway, he retired, so we had to go out and get an offensive lineman to fill that spot, which is what we did. We only signed like 3 or 4 free agents. We drafted one, and there's a couple undrafted free agents that's there as well. And before I get too far away from the running backs, they also signed undrafted free agent Cash Jones from where? University of Georgia. I don't know if Matt Ryan got tired of hearing the boos that's coming down to the Falcons for them running away, letting all the talent outside of Georgia leave. Granted, we can't get everybody. I mean, I know that. I'm not. I'll be the first to admit that. But when you have an opportunity to get someone of value, take them. Because I've heard people talking about, man, we was one pick away. We was going to pick Branch. They was going to pick Branch in the same round. But hey, we did what we were supposed to do. That's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to make our team better, which I think they did. Now at quarterback is the issue for us because you got Michael Penix coming off an ACL injury. He technically won't be back 100% till halfway through the season. So they gave Tua Tagovailoa a 1-year proven deal. Uh, Personally, only thing I see the similarities to it, both of them are left-handed. So nobody get the spin mixed up when one goes out and the other one comes in. Um, but one thing about Tua is Tua in playing the game, Tua had one of the faster releases. So if Tua can do that, get the ball out of his hands, get into the wide receiver's hands or the tight end's hands or the running back hands, then there's a chance for some big plays from these guys, which is what we need. Which is what we need for the offense to do. And because we know that there will be times that the defense is going to slip a little bit. We understand that. But we have to be practical and make sure the offense shows up where it's supposed to show up. And that's what we need. That's what we got, and that's what it's supposed to be. Now these Atlanta Falcons. What I like about this is they set this team up with a bunch of 1-year deals, defense and offense, as they're looking forward to next year's draft in certain ways. They're not saying that the Super Bowl or bust this year because why? They have young pieces on both sides, and next year we'll have 126 million in cap space.
All
So
right. Well, I like that for you. Um, I like that for you. Said it looks like I think we have. Nope. Okay, he just got disconnected. But we're gonna have Joe McKay join us here in a
Yeah.
little bit. We're gonna talk a little Kentucky Derby. So as soon as Joe comes back, okay, there we go. We got him now. We got Joe McKay. We're gonna add him to the stage. Joe, are you there?
Yes, I
Smokey
am.
Joe. All right.
Yeah.
So looks like we just have you audio right now, but we
Okay.
can we can push through and get what we need to. So listen, boys and girls, friends of all ages, you're listening to the voice of Joe McKay here. He's here with me and said we're about to take you through the running of the 152nd Kentucky Derby, which is race 12 at Churchill's Downs on this Saturday. The fastest 2 minutes in sports is what it's called. So Joe, first things first, let's get right into it. Who do you think is going to win the Kentucky Derby this year?
Right now, this is Tuesday, and I don't think there's going to be any crazy weather. So I'm going to say that number 18, Further Ado, is going to be the horse to beat. Now, he is the second choice right now. They say 6-1, um, but I really think that he's going to probably go off at maybe 4 or 5-1. Um, can you put up on the screen maybe the horses' names and the
Yeah, yeah.
and
I'm
the
I'm, I'm trying to get it loaded up
okay,
right now. I'm trying
yeah.
to get that loaded up that you sent me right now, Joe. And I'm trying to write as well so I can make sure I get my wagers correct. Um,
Yeah,
so uh, as soon as it's loaded up, I will get it up there.
no problem, no problem. Yeah, he is trained by a guy named Brad Cox. Cox has got two other. Cox has got three horses in here. He's got Commandment. He's got Commandment is the which horse is Commandment? Commandment is the six horse, and he also has the 20 full effort. Um, and out of those three horses, um, Further Ado, number 18, is Brad Cox's best horse. He's been training forwardly. I mean, he looks great on the grounds. Last year's winner, Sovereignty, kind of came in the same way. Um, so everything seems like a go, and he's going to get the right trip. So when they break from the gate, he's got enough speed where he's going to be close, and he'll be able to eye the horses to the inside of him and kind of chew. I think he might be wide a little bit, maybe around the first turn, but he's the sort of versatile horse that he could be wide for a little while. Like you don't want to lose too much ground. Um, but presently right now, he's the fastest horse. But at the same time, I don't want to give the audience just a 4-1 shot in a 20 horse field. So I said something to you about a long shot. Now
Mm-hmm.
my long shot had changed since I spoke to you yesterday. I think the other horse that I'm going to use, and I'll do a big exacta box, is the 15, a horse called Emerging Market. Now, do you, Fed, William? Do you see him? He's 15-1. That's the
Um.
15 horse at 15-1.
Okay. Let me see if I can pull up what you're talking about right now. I think I may. Nope. I don't have it yet. Hold on. Come on. What is going on? Okay. Um. You, you talking about what's the horse number again?
15,
Number 15, Emergent Market. Yeah, he's 15 to
Emerging
1.
Market.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm one more shot here. Let me get this down now. Drag. Stay. Here we go. I think I got it now. All right, so I'm gonna throw this graphic up really quick so that everyone can see what we're
There, that's
talking about.
perfect. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I could see it as well too. So the 15. So my big play in this race, I mean, I could bet a couple $100 on any 4-1 shot any day of the week. But this is a race that everybody's going to watch. and almost everybody across the country has got access to be able to bet this race, right?
Hmm.
So we want to be able to make money. So the 15 at those odds, I might be able to bring up probables on here. They have Kentucky Derby advanced wagering right now, and I'm going to see if they have exactas. That's on Oaks Day. Now, now the only thing they're showing is like a daily double. But you know, an exact is when you pick two horses and you box them.
Right.
So, right,
Yeah.
you understand that, right?
Yes. Yes. So you
That's
picking two
that's
horses. You
we're
picking two
picking two
horses for
horses.
those that are going to get this right here. You're going to pick two horses, right? So say you like the 15 horse emerging market, and then you like also the 6 to
The
1
18 horse,
further, the 18 horse, which is further ado. So you're going to
further
pick
ado.
those.
Yeah.
You're going to pick those horses to win in was it win in place, right?
No, I'm gonna box it exactly. So those two would
Okay.
have to run 1, 2, if they'd have to it'd be 15, 18, 18, 15. So
15.
you got
Okay.
a box, just like you'd box, you know, numbers, numbers like in the lottery, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's gonna be one of my big bets. Remember when we were talking about uh, you said something to me yesterday. Well, doesn't Bob Baffert have a horse in here? Bob Baffert's actually got two horses. He's got the 4 litmus test, and his jockey is Mike Smith. Take a guess how old Mike Smith is. Just he's an older jockey.
I'm going
I
to
don't
say
know.
he's in his 30s.
He's 60.
Wow.
He's 60 years old. I didn't think he was that old. I'm 67. So
And
I
he's out here
don't.
trying to ride these ponies, huh?
Hey, I mean he does it at Santa Anita 4 days a week. So yeah, he gets on horses. Now he's a very fit guy. I don't think the 14 has got a shot. I'm sorry, I don't think the 4 litmus test has got a shot. But the 14 Potente, that's his other horse. He's 20 to 1. He's got a kid named Juan Hernandez, a younger a younger rider. He's the top rider in at Santa Anita. The 14 is the sort of horse that maybe could steal it. I mean, it's Baffert. He's trading really, really well. You know, I'm going to give a couple long shots at. The 14 is going to be one, right? The 11, incredible. If you're doing trifectas, maybe even exactas. I mean, a way to do it. I don't think Incredible could win, but he could maybe. He's the sort of horse that can run second or third. You know, third if we're going to play triples. All right. So you would take the two key horses, right? The two horses I think are going to win. You would do the 15 and
15,
18
18, and then put
over
11 in.
over the 11 to run second, over the 14 to run second, and then the other ones would be the 19 and the 20. So those are different sort of things that you could do, and you could like you always want to play like since the 18 further ado is maybe going to be the favorite or the second favorite. You got to play it more with him on top, right? So you got to play a bigger exacta with anything you choose. Either that or you just bet money on the 18 to win. And another way to maybe cover yourself with the 15, I sent you an email about on Friday. There's the Kentucky Oaks. That's like the Kentucky Derby uh,
For the
for the
babies.
girls. For the
Yes.
girls, right? That's on Friday. It's going to come on Friday night, our time, about 8:30. So I would take. There's 4 horses that I would use in that race, and I would probably just use them with the 15 because I've seen what the probable prices, and they're paying anywhere from 40 to 1 to like 90 to 1 with the horses that I'm going to give you. So I would use in the Oaks, I would use the Explorer, trained by Bob Baffert, the 1, Counting Stars, the 4, trained by Mark Cassey. Actually, the 2, who's going to be the favorite, a horse called Zany, and the 9, who I like the most. name is Always a Runner, trained by Chad Brown. So Chad Brown's got the 15 too. So you could do Chad Brown to Chad Brown. It's the same trainer, of the
different
Kentucky
jockey though.
Oaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
if you remember 2 years ago, I don't think I was on last year, but 2 years ago, when Mystic Dan won, his
Yes.
trainer, Kenny McPeak, won the Oaks too. And nobody had done that since like 1953, 54. It's a very, and not that it's hard to do. You just, you got to get lucky,
Yeah. So they had a
right?
good weekend. They had a great weekend.
They had a
Okay.
great weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a way, the daily double, uh, so you would play 1, 2, 4, 9 in the Oaks with the 15
All
in the
right.
Derby. So
Okay.
that's one possible bet. You could always just bet, you know, if folks don't want to get too complicated, you could bet the 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 18 to win and the 15 to win. You would just have to bet more money on the 18 because
Over the
he's going to
15.
be the shorter price, right?
Okay.
One
Yeah.
horse
Yeah.
would be 4 to 1. I think emerging market's going to go off at 10, 12 to 1, not quite 15 to 1. But
All
there's
right.
more value in emerging market, right?
Yeah.
In any of those possible horses I gave you, the Potente being the 14, Incredible, Golden Tempo, uh, Full Effort, uh, you, you could always just, use those with the other two horses. That's called key and two horses. So the two
Okay.
horses you're keying, and they got to run first or second, or the 15 and the 18. Does
All
that does
right.
that make sense to you?
That does. That does.
Yeah.
Let me ask you real quick about a couple of different horses, and you can
Yeah, sure.
let me know what you think of them. Okay. So let's start off with the 12 horse, Chief Walby.
Chief
Is that
Wallaby.
right?
Yeah.
Chief Wallaby. I'm sorry, Chief Wallaby.
Chief Wallaby.
He's an
Yep.
8-1 horse. Tell me about this horse. Where's he from? Was he due? Why is he eight to
Yeah,
one?
he's trained by Bill Mott. He's been running he's been running really down in Florida. This will be his fourth start. Now he's the sort of horse that, uh you I think he could I mean, with a little bit of luck, I think he could win. But there's the 12, there's the one Renegade. I'm actually going to bet against Renegade.
Okay,
There's
because Renegade's a 4-1. Looks like
He's
he
four to
is,
one. So that
but he's inside as well. He's like in post position number one right there. Which how
yeah,
many? I don't know how many winners have come from the one position.
that's not the best post position. Recently, they changed the gate formation around a little bit. It's better, but still, he's a horse that closes. And I heard a couple of negative things about him yesterday on the way that he's been working and the way that he's been kind of traveling a little bit. He might be a little like stiff, or so hopefully he won't be like a vet scratch, right? I
Okay,
just they were things that I heard. They could have been rumors, but I heard it from a pretty good source. But you know what, Chief Wallaby could win. And the way what I would do, right, is to bring value to the Chief Wallaby. So let's say you use them first and second, and let's say we're going to go try to do a triple now.
yeah,
So you would do like the 8 and the 15 over the 12, and then over one of the 4 or 5 long shots that I gave you for third
yes,
place. And then see what I mean? And then you would do the 12 over the 15 and 18 in second over those 4 or 5 long shots that I gave you.
okay,
So that's protected yourself. It's playing the triple. A triple, that sort of triple would pay like thousands of dollars if Golden Tempo or Full Effort or Incredible, or if Bob Baffert's 14 Potente, if they ran third. So I am going to do that, right?
okay,
Because the exacta, the 12, the 12-18 is not gonna. It's just not gonna pay a
It's
lot
not
of
going to
money.
pay the way you want it to.
You would
One
have to.
second here.
Yeah, I want
Hold
to
on, Joe.
concentrate on the 15-18
Yeah,
and
hold
really
on, Joe.
try to get the most out of it.
All right, you're listening for you're watching First String Podcast with my guy here, Smoking Joe McKay here with his. Is that a Reuben you got right there, Joe? That's a
That's a
Reuben.
pastrami sandwich from a place in Georgetown called. Um, it's a market called God Stakowski's
Okay,
Market in Georgetown. They got the best sandwiches in DC.
got it. Stakowski's. Okay, so yeah,
Stakowski's.
you're listening to First String Podcast. You're watching First String Podcast here with our guy Smoking Joe McKay, who's having a little bit of camera issues, but he's here breaking down the Kentucky Derby with us right now. Al has joined us right now. So, Al, you got a question? Go ahead.
Um, I guess my thing I missed most. I know he gave a few long shots, and I always like to put in a good trifecta. Um, and I guess I know you said something about Chief Wallaby and
Yes.
then Renegade. But what, like I said, when for a novice gambler like myself, what's the best way to get show money? Maybe not big money, but show money if I'm putting together a $1 or a trifecta.
That's what he was just talking about.
Yeah.
Just talking
You
about it.
really don't. You really want to don't bet on a show in this sort of race. It just doesn't get you. I mean, there's no value to it. I mean, if you had there's just not any value to it. So, betting to win. I mean, there's more value on betting to win on a long shot. Yeah. And if you had a long shot that was, let's say, I'll give you. I mean, Incredible is going to go off at probably 30-1, if not 40-1. So if he would be a long shot, you would want to bet a long shot win, place, and show, right? And then maybe bet a little bit more money to show on them. But the way to make the big money is to combine them with another horse and hit the exacta. See what I mean?
Okay.
And or combine them with, you could box the 11.
How about a trifecta box?
A trifecta box. A trifecta box is going to pay more than exacta. An exacta is a 2-horse box. Trifecta is a 3-horse box.
Right.
You could I tell you what, a good thing to do. You could take Chief Wallaby. You take 4 horses, right?
Okay.
Chief Wallaby, Emerging Market, Golden Tempo, and then pick each one of those long shots to run with them, right? Or you just put them third with those 3 in first and second place. See, I mean, you could do. I just talked about Incredible. You could box 11, 12, 15, 18 for 50 cents. It's a $12 bet. For a buck, it's double that. It's
Right.
12. For a buck, it's 24. So you could do the value. You could go 14. Come back and go 14. I'm sorry, 12, 14, 15, 18. So you keep using that 12, 15, 18. So if you use that like 5, 6 times with the 4 long shots, you're going to have that 12, 15, 18 multiple times, right?
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If
And
one
it
of
doesn't
those
cost
horses,
a lot to make
it
sometimes
doesn't cost a
1,000.
lot.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so if you did 4 of those long shots, let's see, I named Incredible, Golden Temple, Full Effort, Potente. That's 4 horses. So you put each one of those horses with those 3, right? And so that's 12 times 4, that's $48, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you could maybe take on top of that, just do a key with the 18 on top of all those horses. You see what I mean? So that's called key in a horse. So that's 4, that's 6. And that for 50 cents, I think that's another 12 horses. So you would have the 18 on top of all those horses, right? So if all the long shots ran, right, second and third, you would have that, right?
You have
And
to do
it
money.
would pay it would pay boxcars.
Yes.
So it's the way that you bet, and a lot of times I teach people like you, Alvin, that I teach them how to bet, how to bet the horses,
Right.
because this is a big day. You could make a lot of money. I mean, when I was on the Coach Thompson show one day, there was a guy. It was Coach Thompson, and I was a guest. And do you remember Rex Chapman?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Rex Chapman he was doing. He played for the Bullets. He went to Kentucky. He was
Mm-hmm.
the other handicapper, and it was the year that a horse called Giacomo won. Well, Rex Chapman liked Giacomo. Giacomo went off at 50-1.
Hmm.
I gave him the other two horses, but I didn't use Giacomo. I didn't put Giacomo in my box, right? I didn't box all three. Well, one of our listeners took what Rex Chapman said, what I said, he put it all together, and he hit for like $66,000.
Good gracious. I
And
need that right now, Joe.
And this is why
Yeah.
we have Joe on the show. This is why we have Joe on the show, right? Is because
Yeah.
Joe he'll get you there. You got to put it together, and figure it out
Yeah,
right
so
there, and come away
Alvin,
with something good.
Alvin said, William. So as I said, take those three horses, that 12, 15, 18, and add a long shot that you want to use. That's four horses, and it's gonna cost you $12 for a 50-cent bet.
There we go.
So you could
There we
go,
go.
Alvin. Alvin, where do you live? Do you live in Dallas or
No,
you in
Alvin.
DC?
Right there.
I'm in the DMV.
Yeah, you're the DMV. So you can probably bet on your
Phone. I can bet on my phone.
you can bet on your phone probably through FanDuel, because you probably have FanDuel, don't you?
I have FanDuel, DraftKings,
DraftKings.
and
Yeah.
and see, I got them all three, baby.
Yeah,
Whoever
So
can
there
give
we
me
go.
some free money, I'll take it.
And this is one that we absolutely can do. We can do horses in Texas. So
You can do horses in Texas. I
We
think
can do horses
you
in
just got to
Texas.
go.
we got to go to
You
the
have
track.
to go to the track.
We got to go to the track to do the horses in Texas. So, Joe, thank you, man. We do appreciate you joining us. Joe is our guy here. Joe is a lifelong Redskins Commanders fan. Did you like the draft? Did you like Sonny Styles?
I did, absolutely.
All right.
And I love the way that the Commanders played 2 years ago. I think they, off their surprised year, they kind of bounce like horses bounce everywhere. If a horse throws in a really big effort like the Redskins did, the next race they bounce. And the Commanders, they bounced. They bounced last year. Jaden got hurt, but they'll be back. I mean,
Yep.
they'll be back.
There we
So
go.
they did what they needed to do.
All right. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it. We'll have you back before the next big race so you can break it down for us again and give us some winners. I did ask you, and I should have started off with this. Do we have a shot at a Triple Crown winner this year?
If Further Ado wins, or emerging market could be that. Emerging market only has two. He only has two starts. He's only run two times, so he's got a big ceiling. Further Ado's run, I think, 6 or 7 times. He's got what you call a bottom. I think if either of those two horses win, you possibly could, because I think they could each individually, they could be superstars. But it's going to be the way you'll find out is if either one of them wins the Derby.
Yep.
If neither of those win the Derby, I don't think you're going to have one.
All right. So there we go. We're rooting for a Triple Crown winner, which is really hard. We haven't seen one of those in since was it American Pharaoh?
Right after American Pharaoh, there was another one that Bob Baffert trained, and it's not coming off the tip of my tongue right now. Baffert had one after that. He did.
Okay.
Are we expecting any bad weather? Weather forecast looking
No.
good?
Weather's going to be good, Alvin.
There we go. Thank you, Joe. We'll see you in the 2 weeks, right?
2 weeks, and I will have my video fixed because this is a new computer.
Got you. Well,
All right,
we could
guys.
always use the picture of you. We could always use the picture.
Yeah,
So there we
Because that
go.
yeah.
sandwich making me hungry, Joe.
I
There we go,
know.
Joe.
Out of
We could always
Georgetown,
use the
man.
picture.
Ain't nothing wrong with a good massage.
Smoking Joe. I used to own a barbecue restaurant with George Stark.
Okay.
All
Oh,
right.
So
The head hog.
the head hog, good, good old George. So George would come in. God, I mean, that's how I met Doc and B. Mitch and just all those great Redskins.
Got you. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate your time.
Thank you all.
Al, you got to mute that.
all
All
right,
right,
Joe.
Did,
all
man.
right, Joe. Al turned his camera off and didn't mute his
I
mic.
muted everything, man. Everything muted over here. They put the horn blow, baby.
Oh man, he turned.
I got it. I'm forever reading my computer's glitching for me. I got the pick going on.
Uh-oh.
See, I had to. There we go.
See,
There we go.
it's coming. I've hit the camera button, but for
Yeah.
whatever reason, it's on a delay. And what's going on here, man?
There we go. You got you. We got you. All right. So that was Joe McKay. You're watching the First String Podcast live. You know the Kentucky Derby is coming up this week, so we had Smoking Joe McKay come on and give us his predictions for the Kentucky Derby. He likes the 18, the 15. We talked about the 12 horse. He is betting against Renegade, which is the 4-1, the odds-on favorite to win the Kentucky Derby. It is in the one post, and he said the posts have been redone out there. But like we said, that's this Saturday, the fastest 2 minutes in sports. You'll get to see some extreme athletes right here, it being these horses. Al, we did get Said's outlook on the Atlanta Falcons draft. We got to go ahead and ask you. We don't really want to, but we're going to do it anyway. About the Cowboys draft. Okay.
Well,
What's
I
up,
kind
cousin?
of put my money on Puma.
You
Well,
putting this money on Puma?
I kind of told you all what was. I gave you all a couple scenarios. If they did what I wanted them to do, it could mean trouble for you all. And that trouble would be if Dallas focused on the side of the ball and got the things that we needed. I told you if we got Caleb Downs, that's who I wanted more than anybody in this draft. Without having to move up dramatically to get him, it could spell trouble for the rest of the league. So I'm just,
Well, I like the fact that you guys have addressed your defensive line because with that being said, we know that football is pretty much won and lost in the trenches. Uh, Said refers to it all the time, talking about the trenches, the offensive line, that defensive line. Al, you know this game is won in the trenches,
absolutely. And
and
we've done well in the trenches.
huh?
And we've done well in the trenches.
You guys have I mean, it looks like the whole entire NFC East got better this weekend. I think the Giants had a sneaky good draft. They have a lot of holes. They have a no nonsense coach up there right now. So I expect them to show better. Not taking anything away from your guy Dayball, but there's a difference between Brian Dayball and Jim Harbaugh.
It's a huge
You know,
difference. It's a huge difference.
there's a huge difference. One of them has a big ring on their finger, and the other one doesn't.
And one coach 18 years and had very successful years in the 18 years at Baltimore, and one of them was maybe a better coordinator than he is a head coach, but only time will tell. But finishing up to that draft, the Dallas had a very well-rounded draft. I think we did well getting the positions we needed. We got an edge rusher that should add to our depth. We got a cornerback late in the round, late in the draft. We got a linebacker that I'm in love with. We did well. Let's see if these guys can play, because it all looks good on paper. Let's see how it looks when they get on the field. That's the important thing, because the best ability is availability. If they're not available to play or maybe to step up, then what good are they to get drafted?
Absolutely. The Washington Commanders draft in review, they had 6 picks. And with their 6 picks, they took Creighton Allen, running back, Joseph, I can't say his last name, Sonny Styles, Antonio Williams, Matt Goldman. Um, he's a center, and then we took a quarterback out of Rutgers that you're not even going to get me to begin to say his name. Um, so with that limited amount of picks, I think they did go ahead and address a couple of things that we know that they needed. One was a backup center. They got a center out of the Big Ten, Michigan State. Um, we needed help with Terry McLaurin, another wide receiver, to give to Jaden Daniels. We'll talk about that one here in a minute. Sonny Styles, we needed a mic. And we had Seawall on, and she absolutely said, hey, he should be the green dot.
Mhm.
Joseph gives us a edge. They have him listed as a outside linebacker, but I believe that's because we're going to like a 3-4 base defense right here. And then we added to the running back room with Allen, who is a Penn State, I think, third or second leading rusher. So, Al, we got a question here for you from
Sure.
Cuzzo. It says, "Does Dallas now Dallas did decent in the draft, but uh, did they grab a linebacker? Do you feel that their
Yeah, I think it was
linebackers
Barham. I think it was
in
the
free
linebacker we grabbed.
agency?"
I believe the linebacker we grabbed was Barham. I believe his name was
Hmm.
in the fourth round or somewhere after that. Um, Free agency is funny because if you're still available now, the question becomes why. Now they do have guys already that are still around because I think
The
one of the
price tag,
linebackers.
some guys' price tag was too high.
Yeah, and now that people don't have to give their draft picks up for this year, you may see a few more moves. The Eagle, I think you saw one of the Eagles did. They signed Grenard and then signed him immediately to $100 million contract, and that's not really our stilo. That's not what Dallas. I mean, like I said, one thing I'll give Jerry credit for is he does like to sign his own. He may take forever to do it, but he does like to sign his own outside of Michael Parsons, of course. But we're not big free agent spenders. Usually it's
Who's doing
definitely
this?
yeah, I don't know what's going on. Definitely not in the post draft market. Post draft market. So I would not suspect us. I would expect us to do a lot of things in the free agency market between now and training camp. We have some things that Overshown can stay healthy. Like I said, the draft picks. I like what we're doing. So Um, yeah, I don't see anything in free agency that that wets my whistle. So um, yeah, so
Okay, got you. Um, said we did run through Atlanta's really fast.
they had picks. I didn't pick up Georgia players. I forgot. Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Said, how do you feel about the wide receiver you guys got that y'all got to stay at home? How do you feel about him?
I think Zachariah Branch is going to be a X factor. The speed game for him to come in and out of this break. Um, him being coached up. I I'm not really a Stefanski fan. Let me just put it out there right now. So I
He
mean,
ain't never a fan of anybody
I'm
coaching out
still
there.
I'm still on the fence on this offensive scheme. So I mean, we may get to see a little bit of it in preseason. So I just try to have an idea of what he's going to do. But Branch is going to be a slot gangster. He can go out wide, but then putting him in the slot and him being mastered against a linebacker is going to be a mismatch, and that's going to be one of Tua's favorite weapons early on. Because think about it, if they line it up, you got Drake, Branch, Pitts, and what's that boy's name? I'm sorry,
Moody.
Dotson. With that,
Mhm.
they can put his speed on the outside because his speed was going to make people back up and not be able to put 10 men in the box. So you
Okay.
got two speedsters that's going to make people back up. Whether Jahan catch the ball or not, you got to respect his will.
You still putting 10 in the box because
You gonna at least
you
have eight because you
you,
got
you got
Bijan.
it. Yo, I'm sorry. Yeah, my
Make
bad, Al.
make make everybody
You
else
got
beat
it,
me. Make everybody else beat me.
but you ain't letting Bijan beat you.
No, no.
You ain't letting Bijan beat you. No, sir. There, you can forget anybody that think they're gonna get a double team.
And I
For
don't
sure.
see anybody on that outside that requires a double coverage. I mean, I'm not scared of anybody
I
out
ain't
there.
scared of none of them.
Everybody's fast in the league for the most part. So I do. How do you? I got a set question for you, Sid. How do you feel that brother tandem is going to work in your secondary? Excuse me.
I got to go back and do some tape on him.
Okay.
Clemson struggled a bunch last year, so I don't know. I don't know what he did.
Man, I think Clemson. I don't know about y'all, and maybe the chat can help me out. But Clemson had a lot of guys drafted, which I'm not surprised by that. So I'm starting to question what is Debo doing, because it might be time for another cook in that kitchen. Because
I
for
think
all
it's
them
the quarterback.
drafted,
They
all
didn't have a quarterback.
yeah, Klubnik wasn't bad. Klubnik was one of the top rated quarterbacks coming in out of in his draft class.
Yeah, he was
So
one of the top
when he
rated.
got there, he declined. So is that coaching or is that Klubnik? He still got drafted by the Jets.
And don't forget that Clemson's defensive coordinator, because when they were national championship contenders,
Yeah, he went to Oklahoma.
they had that defensive coordinator. He's now in Oklahoma,
Brett Venables.
and I believe that has something to do with too.
Yeah, but I mean,
All right,
Debo Sweeney is the second highest paid coach in college football.
yeah, indeed. Let me answer Cuzzo's
Dabo,
question here. He
Dabo,
says,
Dabo.
do you feel that Debo's still a target? Debo's still out there in free agency. I wouldn't be opposed to him coming back. We saw the hit that our wide receiver room took last year, and Debo was he gave you Debo numbers. Well, not prime Debo numbers, but he gave you good numbers. So I would love to see Debo come back. If what we have right now doesn't work, I would love to see Debo come back.
Y'all need Debo.
He says Branch looks like he can be ATL's version of Walker. I think he's talking about Wes Walker at that point. Now let's switch to NBA playoffs real quick, okay?
My Lakers.
Your Lakers are up 3-1.
Yes, they are.
The Oklahoma Thunder closed out the Suns 4-0 in a straight sweep. They need the rest, which they could be seeing the Lakers here in a little bit. And I'm not sure if LeBron's ready to go back to back, because that's why the Lakers are only up 3-1 right now, because LeBron, you don't have the other two superstars with LeBron right now. So he's carrying the weight of the team, doing LeBron type things right now.
That was one of the poorest performances I think I've ever seen out of LeBron in his whole playoff career. And I'll give him a pass for that because he is 42, I believe. And has such an impeccable playoff resume. But I kind of expected that. Houston had nothing to lose. I mean, they had to go balls out to the wall because they had to win or go home. We were coming off short rest, and the best player in the series is the oldest person in the series. And I mean, even though we've had great support from our supporting cast and great help, and they wanted to rest Austin another day and start him when we got back home because he's available now. So I expect after a couple more days of rest, I expect a different type of effort and a much better effort out of everybody in that purple and gold come tomorrow.
Okay, so the Celtics are up 3-1, and right now with 4 minutes and some change left, Philadelphia 76ers are not quitting. There's no quit in them right now.
Is Joel playing? Okay, look.
Are they about to are the Celtics about to let a series get away from them?
I don't know. They better not. You don't want. Like I said, I'm just going to tell you. I'm not. I don't know. I like Philadelphia's roster, but they need to decide how they're going to play because with Paul George, Edgecombe, and Maxey, they play at such different tempo when they have the lead without Embiid.
Yeah, they do.
While Embiid is a wonderful asset, their tempo and their whole game plan changes. I think that was like he had a good game, but it was empty calories the other day.
Yeah, Cuzzo said he's soft. He said he said Embiid is soft. He don't want to get in the paint.
I mean, he's probably the best shooting big man in the history of the NBA. definitely from the outside. I mean, he's a heck of a shooter, but I mean, sometimes that's a gift and a curse.
Well, I don't know because Wemby's not afraid to get in that paint, and he could take you out deep, and drop a three on you real quick. Speaking of, the Spurs are up 3-1 on the Trailblazers. I think that series is over. We'll find out later today. That game comes on here at 8:30 p.m. It should be on now.
No, I think only 2 games tonight. The Knicks in Atlanta,
Today's the
and
28th, right? No, today's the 27th.
Philly about to beat.
That's what I was saying to you.
I
That's
know
what I
you
was
did.
telling you.
I just saw the score at the time. I was like, I thought it was just 2 games tonight, but I see because we do got
The
the
Spurs.
Spurs and the
Yeah.
Trailblazers.
And the Trailblazers. So that game, that series could absolutely be closed out today. You have the Cavaliers and the Raptors. They're tied at 2. You have the Hawks. You have Say's Hawks right now down to the Knicks. Um, that series is not at 2. And then the Pistons are down. The number 1 seed, the Pistons, are down 3-1 to the Orlando Magic. Are we about to see a number 8 seed take out a number
Yes,
1?
yeah,
They have no offense besides Cade Cunningham.
they can't shoot.
They cannot shoot at all. I mean, it's a
Tell
blind
Cuzzo,
man has a better chance of nailing a half court shot than one of the Pistons players.
tell Cuzzo he's wrong about this statement.
Cuzzo, you way wrong. You were way wrong, bro.
Hakeem and
That's a
you
different
not better
era
shooters.
of.
We're
No,
not
they were not
better
shooters. They
outside
were
shooters
not
than
shooters.
Embiid.
No.
Embiid, Davey, I'm gonna tell you, even
They were big
Hakeem
men playing in the post.
has said that Embiid is the best outside shooting big man in the history of the league. So I'm only going by what the big men and the Hall of Famers have said themselves about the guy. I'm not saying he's better than them, but he definitely shoots it better than any big man, 7-footer outside of potentially Wemby now. But like I said, Wemby's too early to tell. But Wemby's numbers aren't as good as Embiid shooting it from the outside. Embiid's shooting over 40% from 3 and almost 60% from the field.
Well, there you have it. There you have it. You gotta have some shooters. You gotta have some shooters. You gotta have some shooters when this comes to this NBA thing. You gotta have some people that'll take you in the paint, and you gotta play defense. 3 phases. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Al, which series are you? Okay, your Lakers are up 3-1. We see the Boston Celtics are about to go up 3-2. The Cavaliers and the Raptors are tied 2-2.
James
We're gonna
Harden.
have a
James
3-2
Harden
series here.
is
A
doing
3-2
James
series.
Harden things. Which series am I? What? I'm sorry, I missed your question.
Which series are you? Has a chance of going 7? That's probably your best series that you want to watch.
I think we're watching it now. I think this Knicks series is going to go 7.
And what did I tell you guys? What did I tell y'all? What team did I tell y'all was the one that had me a little afraid?
The Knicks and the Hawks, I think,
I
are going to go
did.
7. Detroit better hope they can go 7. And I guess I think, like I said, I can't figure out this Cavaliers team because I mean, like I said, it was a crazy stat out that James Harden, I guess, has had the most games with more turnovers than points than any other player in playoff history.
Yeah, he does.
And I'm just trying to figure out, man, when is he? And I guess I know from just different inside sources that tell me different things. When is he going to grow up, man, and not learn that every city is a party city and take this basketball craft seriously? Because I realize most of the problem he's burnt out by the time the playoffs get here.
Yeah.
It ain't that he got the game, but he's burnt out, man. He clubbed out, strip clubbed out, then partied out, shot a shot, did everything he could. Getting in. At what point does he realize that, man, there's a responsibility being a superstar? And you're
Well,
responsible.
hey Al, remember, I believe him, Kevin Durant, and Westbrook went to the finals,
They
right?
did. They did.
They went to the finals, and the first person to leave that team was
Was him.
Harden.
Yeah.
It was
Well, that
Harden.
made sense back then because they couldn't pay him the money that he could have got somewhere else. They were going to pay Westbrook. They were going to pay KD. They couldn't pay all three. And he had Serge Ibaka. They had Kendrick Perkins.
They had K. Perk, yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
remember,
had
he
a
was
lot
coming
of
off the
players.
bench. He was coming off the bench, the sixth man at that point in time,
he
too.
was Sixth Man of the Year.
So could
He
you
had to make-
imagine if he had? Let's just say this. Let's just say that he had taken the Kevin Durant approach, the Westbrook approach to my job first is this NBA thing, and everything else comes secondary. And I got to focus and get my sleep, get my rest. Can you imagine how many rings this guy would have had?
I don't know how many rings he would have had and being plural, but I do think he would have had at least had a better chance of actually playing for one. He's never played for one.
Right,
He's never even been in an NBA final.
right.
So I mean, and again, 'cause I don't believe they made it when he was in Oklahoma.
No, they went the year after he left.
Right, right.
They went the year after he left to the finals. But I'm just saying, if he takes his craft as serious as some people can, because he has all the talent in the world, he has all the offensive talent in the world,
He's a Hall of Famer.
and
I mean, think about it.
he plays defense every now and again. He's not the best defensive player,
He's a scoring machine.
but he's a microwave. He is a microwave, and sometimes you can't be ball dominant because when you're ball dominant, you're just helping the other team out when it comes to who we got to guard and who we don't have to guard. Switch over to the NHL. You're watching First Ring Podcast here. We're going through playoffs right now. We are going to switch over to hockey now. Playoff hockey is different than regular season hockey, and I'm not going to even begin to tell you guys that I'm the best puck head. I'm not. I usually bring on my guy Mike Callow to talk a little puck with us right now, but Mike has been out doing marathons, so we'll get Mike on as soon as his schedule allows, which should be while this playoff thing is going on. Now, the Colorado Avalanche have swept the Kings. The next series, the Dallas Stars and the Wild are knotted up at 2, and they are in the second period, both at 1-1. The Golden Knights, Bruce's team, Golden Knights and the Mammoth, that is the Utah team, are knotted at 2-2. The Oilers and the Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks, Anaheim leads that series 3-1. The Buffalo Sabres lead the Bruins 3-1. They are tied at 1-1 going into the final period right there. The Lightning, which is that one team that know is going to be in the playoffs, right? That Tampa Bay Lightnings, they're going to be in the playoffs. The Florida didn't make it this year, but that's one of those teams as well. That they're tied 2-2 with the Canucks. The Carolina Hurricanes are on to the second round. They swept the Senators 4-0. And the Philadelphia Flyers and the Penguins. Philly leads that 3-2. Could the Flyers possibly make a comeback? I'm sorry. Could the Penguins make a comeback here? Sid the Kid and that great team that they have.
And when are people going to start holding Connor McDavid accountable for never doing anything in the playoffs? That's my first question. And my second question is the Great Eight going to come back for another year, or is he done?
Well, he's talking to the family right now. As soon as he calls me and lets me know what he's going to do, because he has to get my opinion on what I believe, I'll give him my opinion. I'll ask him, is he going to come back or not? I won't tell a soul except for everybody watching the podcast. I'm not going, but other than that, I'm not telling anybody else.
The secret should be safe.
With me and Al Ovi talk about. I won't let anyone else know. So stay tuned to that, and once I get it from Ovi, I'm gonna hold it close to the vest, close to the vest. Real close to the vest. Right. Al, we lost a great one. Al. You know who I'm talking about. They don't make them like this anymore. Right? I think when God created this one, he broke the mold. He says it's too close to perfection.
Oh my God! See, I'm trying to be respectful in this and give
no, Al.
flowers.
Listen,
please, man. Let's honor the man by saying we're sorry to hear his passing. He was
Monte Coleman.
he was a
Monte
Washington,
Coleman.
he was a
Super
Washington
Bowl champion.
he was a
Monte Coleman.
Washington great.
Right? Husband, father,
Yes,
player,
all those things.
coach, amazing man. Right?
68. 68?
68 years old.
But
Monte Coleman passed away. And
man.
the reason why I say they don't make him like him anymore is because of this, man. Monty could do anything on the defense that the defense wanted him to do.
Yeah, Monty was a big time athlete before his time.
Yes.
And he was definitely there. I mean, with all due respect, I won't talk bad about him, man. Definitely in his passing, but he was a heck of a player. But he was one of those guys that you could say can play in any era.
Yeah. And Al, the thing about it is, Monty was drafted in the 11th round of the NFL draft. The 11th round. They don't even have that many rounds anymore.
Yeah.
And the thing that made Monty special, and it's every year he said, "I'm just trying to make special teams." Wait, what? I'm trying to make the team by making special teams.
That was the mentality of 11th round draft pick. He, like I said, they didn't know what they had when they picked him.
For
And back then,
16 seasons,
yeah,
he tried to make the team on special teams. Think about that. You got people that got drafted this weekend that don't even want to play special teams. They have no desire to play special teams.
like I
We
said,
talked to Julius, and Julius said, "I want to be a special teams captain this year."
know your role. Know whatever they ask. That's why Julius, being an undrafted free agent,
Mm-hmm.
was able to stick on so many years now and keeps getting re-signed because he's a glue guy. And
Mm-hmm.
Arnie kind of was that, but on a higher level because he was actually a starter and Pro Bowler and a lot of those things as well. But you need those guys with that mentality on it. That's
Yes.
what makes the core or the
Yes.
integrity of a football team is those type of guys that saying, I just want to make a play. I just want to be the guy to make the next play. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
worried about my contract. I'm not worried about my pay. I'm not worried about this. I just want when my numbers call, I just want to make a play. Whether it's on special teams, offense, or defense, to
Mm-hmm.
help this team. And those type of guys, like I said, they're your glue guys. And when one of those guys is your best player, it makes it so that your team potentially can win a Super Bowl, as Monte Coleman's teams did.
Yeah. Monty, let's talk about Monty the coach. When Monty playing days was over, Monty went out and coached Pine Bluff Perry. Oh my God, I had it. And yeah, yes, thank you. He went out. He went out and coached, and not only that, but what he considered it was doing was developing men, right?
Right.
So a lot of coaches, they're not worried about the football, right? Because they'll get to talk football X's and O's with you all the time, but they want to make you a better man, right? And Monty also did that while he was in the NFL. If you hear Brian Mitchell talk about Monty Coleman, he speaks of him often, a
Probably
lot,
right.
because
I'm sure.
because of he poured into him as a man, as to say, hey, I see something in you, kid. Let me help you grow a little bit more, right? And we have those people that we talk to now that pour into us, that help us grow and mature. And Monty was one of those guys. And so when he went to college and started coaching, he said his best job, the thing that he was most proud of, is helping these men through that transition period from becoming a young man to a grown man, to seeing them work with their families and seeing how they pour into their families. So that goes to show you the character of Monty Coleman, right? The way that he helped out in the community, a lot of times without being, in that not having to be on, they didn't have social media back then, but
Yeah.
without it being in the newspaper, without it being on the radio, bringing glory and name to himself, but just doing it for the sake of helping. So Monty was an amazing person, not to mention an amazing teammate. The way the guys talked about him, as well as a father, husband, and those things of that nature. Man, Monty will be missed for sure. For
Definitely,
sure,
like I said,
he'll be missed.
condolences to his family,
Yes.
friends, and all those that know him, had the opportunity to run into him, meet him, whether once or every day. Like I said, man, definitely. Like I said, man, God bless him and his soul and his family as well.
Yep. Indeed, indeed. All right, now, Al, read this story about this young quarterback. Oh, yeah. So we say with great responsibility comes great consequences, right? With great I'm sorry, expectations. With great expectations come great responsibilities, right?
Uh-huh.
So here we have the number one quarterback this season coming into this year, being with the transfer portal and all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Texas Tech was all over. I want to get his name right here. Texas Tech was all over Brandon Sorby.
Yeah. Okay.
So right now he's entering rehab for gambling addiction.
Yes, I
Right?
saw that. He was losing a lot of money too betting. Now let me ask you this: I saw a story, but I saw conflicting story reports. Some say he was betting because technically they're not allowed to bet on any college or professional,
Right, right, right.
but he had bet a lot of money and lost a lot of money and actually had a gambling problem. Did it ever come out because he hadn't been suspended yet? But did it ever come out saying that he was ineligible or anything, or what he was actually betting on and losing all that money on?
Not yet.
Okay,
And I think that's why he entered the rehab,
okay. Trying to throw
is to
himself
possibly
against the wall.
avoid the suspension. But guess what? You don't have to worry about the suspension. You're not going to play in the NFL. Why would the league
Well,
take a chance on a person who knows that they're not supposed to
I,
gamble
I,
on
I disagree
college
with
sports?
I disagree with that one. I'll tell you why.
We already having the trouble.
If
Look,
you pick, you already know this pick. Stop it. If you're talented enough, they will overlook a lot of things, from DUIs, from abusing women, from killing a person, legal manslaughter. Stallworth hit a guy down, came back in the league. I mean, let me tell you, I mean, if you're talented enough, they'll give you another chance. Now that's why I always laugh. People's like, man, Ray Rice. Ray Rice, if he was talented enough at the time, he would have got another shot. And he did get blackballed the league. But I mean, even though it was domestic abuse and everything, think how many guys still have had domestic abuse charges and have gotten second chances.
yeah, but this is different.
What is gambling? I
This is
mean,
different. It is gambling.
Ridley got accused. Ridley was gambling and got another contract for 80 million. What are you talking about, Pick? Calvin
Yeah,
Ridley.
yeah, he was in the league already too.
I know. And so you telling me a guy who's coming
But
into the league
but
can't
Al,
go?
but Al, listen, there are guys that have. Okay, so I believe we talked about this before, where you can bet on your phone, right?
Mm-hmm,
But the rule is you cannot bet on pro. You cannot bet on pro football, right?
mm-hmm.
Can't bet on pro football, and you cannot do it in the team's facilities,
Anywhere in the team
anywhere in the team's
areas,
facilities,
parking
right?
lot,
So
facilities,
that's the
anything.
the hotels that they
Hotel,
travel to
bus,
out of town,
any
the
team
buses, the
sanction.
planes,
Yep.
anything where
Any
you and
team
your
sanction.
teammates gather, you cannot bet on sports, right?
Yes.
We will see it again this year that someone placed a bet in their GPS location pinged one of those facilities, and they'll be suspended for 4 to 6 games, right?
Okay.
Wait. But they do have to go talk to the commissioner and get it all figured out. Now, if they bet on pro sports, let's say that they bet on football, if they bet on football, knowing that they cannot bet on football, I don't care if it. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care if it is Patrick Mahomes and he places a bet on pro football. Let's say Kansas City to win, right? He's betting on Kansas City to win to cover a number, and they're a dog, and he bets on Kansas City to win. He
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
done.
Yes, he would be done. Anybody would be done. That'd be first class bonehead. You know what I'm saying? Of course he would be done. But I don't think anyone would be that crazy. They should take the Otani method. Just bet to your handler and do it that
You
way.
can't do it. Even your friends can't do it. They already
I'm
they already
just
saw that
saying, just
loophole.
like Shohei did. Shohei was making them bets, but he did it through his handler. His handler had
Shohei said me no speaking English,
exactly.
and he
So
fired the guy.
Yeah, I know. And the guy took a good payout to be the scapegoat. That's what you do. I mean, so that's
Don't
what you.
listen to
That's how
Al.
you.
The opinions said ain't here to do this. The opinions expressed by Alvin Ports are not representative of First Ring Podcast.
I
They
can
are
dig.
his opinion and his opinion
Yeah,
alone.
I wear 'em. I wear 'em. I wear 'em well. Trust me, I have no problem wearing 'em. I'm just telling you. But yeah, I mean, there's still guys. And they're going to continue to be guys who bet on sports and who make up betting wage or betting debts up by doing different things. They're going to just do it a smarter
Yeah,
way
you're gonna
and
try. You're gonna try,
hope it
but
don't, and hope it don't get caught.
it ain't worth it. It's not worth it. The earning power, the staying power that you could have, being a team ambassador, things of that nature, post
We
career,
just had it today,
it
Pick.
ain't.
We just had a court case today. Damon Jones went to court today for a preliminary hearing in the NBA betting scheme with the coaches. These
Mm.
guys have made and are making millions of dollars. And the question wasn't today, what did Damon Jones have to say? It was whether Terry Rozier was telling or Chauncey Billups was telling. They just trying to figure out who gonna tell first and who gonna get the bigger deal, or if everybody gonna hold their water. But and I say all that to say these guys have have 7-figure salaries and probably 10-figure, and 7-figure salary and probably 8-figure bank accounts, and they're still risking it all for the dollar and the wager
Gonna
because
risk it all, Al. Okay, listen. This is probably our first time doing this. I have an award for the month, right? And you can agree or disagree, but it's called the Bonehead Award of the month. Okay, and Al's and he done took himself off camera. Okay, my Bonehead of the month goes to one Clay Thompson.
stop it. No way. Go ahead. Why?
Bonehead
Explain this one so I can
of
thoroughly disagree.
the
Please.
month.
What is he a bonehead around? Forget for cheating?
Yeah,
Or Megan Thee Stallion?
the Stallion.
That's a bonehead move?
The Stallion.
That's not a bonehead move, Pig. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Let's
Let's have some grown man talk right now.
let's have some grown man talk because Lady A
Do you
ain't
know
here.
how many Megan Thee Stallions Clay Thompson had? Did you see his girlfriend roll call? His roll
Oh,
that?
oh my God! It is amazing.
Okay.
It is amazing.
So Megan Thee Stallion,
But hold on, wait. Did his girlfriend roll call have bank accounts like she have, or
but he made 300 million. What do he care about
I
her bank
get it
account?
that but when he make it 300 million, and
And did you
and
see she was
she's
still requesting $70,000 a month for her upkeep, and she got money. She worse than Aisha Diaz.
hey,
So I don't blame. And you do know dating Megan Thee Stallion probably got him a couple more stallions and thoroughbreds chasing after him. 'Cause, I mean,
hey, let me find out
Stallion,
Clay gonna be out there running in front of them horses, and the horses trying to catch him.
Clay is a 6'7", $300 million basketball player who has ties in the LA, California coastline area and Dallas, two very popular cities. Now, I'm not agreeing with him or trying to say he's the enemy man just because you got money you cheat by any chance. That's not what I'm saying.
No, for
But
sure, for
what I'm
sure.
saying is he's a very eligible bachelor who obviously wasn't ready to settle down. And I can't call him a bonehead
Oh no,
because
that's not why I'm calling him the bonehead.
but cheating on Megan
No,
Thee
no,
Stallion.
that's not why I'm calling him the
Hey,
bonehead.
help me help
I'm
clarify, please.
calling him the bonehead because he got caught.
Well, shoot, but that's almost every man that's ever cheated on for the most
I mean,
part.
because we
And
don't
some
do
of
it
them
at the
got
level
caught at
that
some
these
point.
women do it at.
Women get caught too. Women is better cheaters. Women are better cheaters.
That's what I
And
just said.
I tell you, but I tell you why.
When they
Well,
get caught, it's because they
I
want
said
to.
no. I said this a long time. I said I should have wrote a book on this 20 years ago. I said women will always be better cheaters than men because of men's egos. Men's egos will not allow them to see the things that women are capable of doing. And it's the truth. I speak that for myself and for any man out there. It's a fact.
Yeah,
Well, then, like I said, and women can be sneakier because a man can think he's doing this, that, and the other, and won't allow the idea of thought that his woman will be doing the same thing just as bad, if not worse. she creeping with 3-4 guys, whatever it may be, and it may not be the case, but his mind won't let her process that. Therefore, there's things that he'll hold her. She'll always, and like I said, and men, and we're dumb sometimes, so in regards to how we do things. So I mean, that's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, but I say with Clay, he's not a bonehead. He's just a man that made a mistake, and
There we go.
he lives in the public eye.
There we go. He should have did it like Dak. Take it to the island. You ain't signing. We done.
Mm-hmm. Clay, like Cutler just said, he good.
He good.
He ain't. Listen, I promise you. And just like she was walking the next day with another man in hand somewhere and making sure it be known. Guess what? Hey man, listen, ain't no sweat off my back. He made her more famous than her music at times, especially social media wise. They didn't even talk about her music no more. They talking about her being Clay Thompson's girlfriend. So tell her to get back and go make some music, get back in the studio, write some songs, and get back and make some money because the gravy train they ended on that side.
Okay, there we go. Al, I think we covered everything that we had on the rundown. It was,
Sure.
yeah, we did it in probably record time because Lady A wasn't here issuing fines.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it
Yeah,
is. Hey,
you said
listen,
that fine worthy.
who? We ain't
I
saying
had
nothing that was
this.
fine word. Not today. Not today. I think we wait for Lady A to be fine worthy.
You worry about her.
Um,
She don't scare me.
not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Al, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, bro.
Okay, boss.
Yeah, I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Indeed, man. And like I said, we're gonna get it worked out, man. Like I said, and yeah, man. And when's y'all train? When y'all OTAs start up? When y'all rookie OTAs?
Ooh, believe it's this weekend. We're gonna have Seawall come on next Tuesday after OTAs.
Okay.
Yeah, we got rookie OTAs this week. We got rookie minicamp, I believe, this week. So we're gonna see them, and then we got OTAs. I believe start up a little bit after that. So yeah, so we got
Okay.
Seawall. I'm trying to let her rest right now. She says she's not working, but she's
Oh
always
man,
posting. So
I'm sure she's been. This has been a very busy last few months for her with the combine, Super Bowl, owners meetings, and now the draft. So I'm sure she's taking a very well deserved vacation. So I
oh, she's
wish.
not taking a break. She's out with her sorors right now.
Well, that's a break.
So
Have a good
that's
time.
a break. Yeah,
That's a
she's out
good.
having a
That's a
good
good
time
break,
for sure.
and maybe I can by that time I can find her a better team to cover. So we'll work on that for.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, she might cut you out. She might cut you. She
I
might
mean,
cut you.
tell her go north, young lady. Go north. Let's go cover them Baltimore Ravens, the best team in Maryland, the best team that plays in Maryland. Let me say it that way.
Cuzzo said, y'all didn't grow up with Lady A. Be afraid, be very afraid.
I ain't scared of her.
I
She
ain't
can't
scared of
whoop
her
me
either.
because
I'm in
of.
Texas.
She can't whoop me. She don't know where I live.
She might. She might have. She might. She got clearances and stuff. You know, HR be doing stuff. All right. Thank y'all for watching today, man. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit that bell to enable alert for new content and things like that. We will be back with you guys. Hold on, wait. Yeah, they will be back with you guys on Saturday. I'll see you on Tuesday. All right. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force First String Podcast, the second to none. Come get some. Says go dogs. I say raise hell. Ow.
How about them?
We don't really care.